So the mall that is in front of us has completely shut down. It's a ghost town. So Michael and I are just going for a walk with Bentley right now. Michael has not been out except for walking Bentley. And then I went running today. But for the most part, we're just hanging out. Oh, Bentley's going to the bathroom. But yeah, we're just hanging out and having some good apartment time. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a little bit of a different video today. I was getting a lot of messages from people that decided they would start working from home due to everyone trying to take shelter and be courteous and not go outside or work with everything that's going on. And for a lot of you guys that know, I have been a remote worker for my company for 3 years. Basically, when I was living in Seattle, I was working in our office, and then I decided to move to California and started working remotely. And wow, time flies. It's been 3 years. A lot of you guys were like, hey, we just started doing this. How the heck did you do it? Do you have any tips and tricks to stay organized, to stay focused? And boy, do I have some answers for you. Some trial and errors that I did that really bit me in the butt, but I've really learned what works best for me. You know, especially being social, staying organized, focusing, because there's so much distractions here. So I figured I'd just go over and just kind of sit and chat with you, and I hope this helps for those that are working remotely. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's get started. So first off, we got a lot of time on our hands. I am now always in my apartment. So if you want to see a video, let me know. I would also love to know where you guys from. Comment down below. I just feel like it's so cool to see everybody come together for these kind of things, and I'd love to know where y'all are from. Okay, well, let's get started. And you know what? My very first tip that I learned, because I went from having a full-time office job to working remotely, where really nobody was watching what I was doing. And the most important thing is to develop a schedule for yourself. This took me at least a year to really get into the groove of things and being responsible and holding myself accountable to still get things done. Basically what I do now is I set up a routine where Michael and I wake up between 5 to 6 a.m. and I honestly work on my YouTube, my Instagram, everything before 8:30. But then at 8:30 I start working, and then my lunch break is about an hour and a half, and that's when I go to the gym, friends. So for all of you that wonder, why do I go midday? That's what I do. But that took me so long to figure out that worked best. Like Michael and I used to lounge around after 12. We used to just go to lunch, and I just felt like I wasn't moving that much. So for me to go plan my workouts at noon was really helpful, and it kind of broke up my day a bit more. So first and foremost, plan out your schedule. Hold yourself accountable. Become your own little freaking boss and make sure you're getting the things done that you need to get done. Okay, next up is don't work in your pajamas. And what I mean is, like, maybe don't always work in your pajamas because I struggle with this personally. I love slouch wear, I love comfy clothes, but sometimes if I'm like, dude, I've been slacking, I need to be productive, I will put on a freaking pair of jeans no matter what, even though they're uncomfy sometimes, or I'll do my hair, or I'll put on a little makeup even though no one's seeing me. Well, maybe my fiance is, but regardless, it makes me feel like I'm going to a job and I'm holding myself accountable, and I might as well be productive because I got dressed for the day. Okay, moving on is if you have a significant other or a roommate or someone that is also home right now, Don't sweat it. I know it can be really annoying to get into each other's ways, but you need to come on a common ground of respecting each other's office hours. I know that Michael and I have struggled with this so much because whether one wants to take a break and the other's on a call, it's just being courteous, being aware of their schedule, and also checking in and saying, hey, do you have time to take a walk right now? And just, so basically what I'm saying is just take into account, be courteous. If they're on the phone, please be quiet. I know there's common areas, things like that, because if you aren't respecting the person and their workspace, then this is just, it's just going to be a disaster. Moving on is pick a buddy. And what I mean by this is you don't have to have a physical buddy, but you can have a buddy at work, you can Skype them, or you can have a friend that works remotely. My friend Jordan works remotely. Sometimes we meet up and work together. I know during this time you can't exactly meet up, but at least check in on each other. You get that socialization in, because especially if you're used to always being in an office, it gets lonely. I went through a period where I was lonely at first, and now I've adapted and I don't mind it at all. But am I as involved with my coworkers? No. So I have chosen to go remote because that's just what I like. I like to manage this, and I also have my entire YouTube channel and my Instagram and everything, so it works out perfectly. But I know for a lot of people that can be a lonely time, so just lean on a friend, check in on them, just say, hey, what are you doing right now? How's it going? And just really feed off of each other so you don't feel so alone. I mean, right now it's so cool because we have social media, we have the freaking internet to communicate to each other, so you really feel like you're just in the office with them still. Okay, let's talk about a really important one, and that is get off your phone. Savannah needs to listen to that one. But honestly, if I need to get work done, I will silence my phone. I will not pick it up. I won't go on a nap. And that is so important, because how many times have you been like, oh, what is TikTok? And then you get distracted for freaking 20 minutes on it and time flies by and you're like, shoot, I was supposed to call someone for work. So just be aware of your phone. Make sure that you have it either pushed to the side or set a limit on it. I know there's apps that will do that, or just silence it. That way you can be full attention. Or you could totally plan out a break where you're like, all right, I'm gonna check my phone. I'm gonna get back to everything in an hour. I do that all the time because I'm working my full-time corporate job, and then I'm also handling everything else on the side that's my hobby. I really try to not mesh them and plan them out separately. Okay, you know what? Also, find something that's gonna zone everything out. What I love to do is I put my headphones in and I listen to either really relaxing music, not ones that have to make me think a lot because I need to be focused, or a podcast. I absolutely love it. I feel social during that because I'm listening to other people talk, and for me, that honestly helps me zone in. I can't hear anything in the outside world. I'm just focused in on multitasking. Also, you guys, you have to get up and move. Don't just sit there all day. That's so bad for your body. Make sure you're going on regular walks. Make sure you're walking around the apartment. Make sure you're grabbing some water. Make a snack. I don't know, just take a break. Make sure you're not just making it hardcore, otherwise you will burn out. So make it more of a lifestyle and be able to enjoy your entire day. And last but not least, I waited to show you this, is make it a legitimate area. Don't just sit in your bed and just lounge around and work on your laptop. Like, make it an official office space. If you don't have a desk, that's totally fine. Find a kitchen counter, find something and make it yours. That way it's a more professional setting and you feel like, hey, I am at work. I'll show you my desk in a second, but I only work at my desk. I don't multitask. I don't bring anything over for any of my hobbies. I never eat food there. It's just, that is my work spot, because if you start eating food there, if you start FaceTiming your mom there, you're going to lose the sight of, hey, this is my professional office space. So let me show you my little desk spot. Okay, so over time I have bought a desk and I have a dual monitor, so I just make this my workspace. I have even a spot for Bentley to hang out, and then I get to see this beautiful view. But our first apartment, we worked on the kitchen counter together and that was just not productive at all. So we started spacing out where we wanted to work. So this is my little corner. And here's Michael's. I apologize, it is so bright, but he has his own little workspace. He honestly takes up more room, so he has the office right now, but even to film this, I'm using it. So it's just kind of a common area, but we do put his office there just because we both are on the phone all the time. It's so much easier. All right, guys, well, I know that this was a bit of an unconventional vlog. I know it was really random, but I was getting so many messages with everything that's going on some tips on how to work remote and stay focused. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know what you want to see during these next coming weeks, and I got you. And I'll see you next time.